Okay, we back, huh? Hey, you back with Be the Man. Be the man on a job site. Be the one to be able to go to. Be the man. Be the man that everybody wants to be like. Be the man that drops the best welds on the job. That's what we're trying to do. And we're also trying to make sure that we know exactly what we're talking about when we're talking. When we're doing what we do on a regular basis, which is laying down dimes, laying down cover bees to make everybody want to be like, what you have it setting on? What's your amperage? What's your volts? What you got going on? What are you doing? I ain't doing. It's just who I am. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just do the best that I know to do every time I grab a stinger. Every time I get the wheel job, every time I get the blueprint, I put them down. So, all right, but no problem. Today, again, like I said, we at the end of the day, we trying to get to this CWI. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna continue to keep working, putting it down, keep always putting out something that's got something to do with this CWI. Right now, I'm doing some review over what I read through the dictionary. That you guys are going to see that through the dictionary. Yeah, right up there. Yeah, right up there, that book. So don't worry about it. We'll definitely get into that. We're going to do the B section. Yes, last video I did A. Now we're going to do some of the B. And some of the terminologies that I went past that maybe we're going to use. Maybe you're going to hear on the test. I know this is a 150 question test. So a lot of these terminologies is going to be in that portion of the test, and we're trying to make sure that we get somewhere in there 108 of those questions to 150 of those questions. 108, I believe, will get us somewhere around 75%. If we can get 120, that'd be great. Because as we know, if we can pass two of those tests, two of the A, B, or C, if we can keep all of it above all the averages above a 70, if you fail one of them, you only got to take out one. So I'm cool with that. Everybody knows that most people fail the first time, but we hate to be the failures of the first time. So we're gonna try to get it right on our first time. My first time out. Hey, we know more than 75% of people are failing that on their first time out. Let's not be those people. Don't worry. So, again, that book is what we in right now. Terminology, definitions. That's the book we're going over right now. So, one of them is going to be, one of the questions, there's a lot of these that I know that we hear on the job site, like back bead, back cap, back weld pass, backfire. I ain't never heard of backfire, but backfire, I guess. I've never heard of that one. So let's go back over that. It says backfire, the momentary recession of the flame into the torch, potentially causing a flashback or sustained backfire. It is usually signaled by a popping sound, after which the flame may either extinguish or reignite at the end of the tip. See also flashback and sustained backfire. I always like you using the torch, you hear pop, 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 pop. I always thought it was, I never gave it a name though. So backfire is the name. I never gave that a name. It's like one thing I never like. I always knew flashback arrestor, which is the thing you put on your oxyacetylene, your oxy tank and your acetylene tank, and maybe your propylene tank. Maybe you're using propane, whatever tanks that you're using to do oxy fuel cutting. Let's use the right terminology to do oxy fuel cutting. Or any type of cutting, you want to make sure that you put a flashback arrest on it. Safety first. So the backfire is, yes, going back to that and then making sure it doesn't get to the tank. So with that being said, which is flashback, it says backfire. It said momentarily recession of the flame into the torch, potentially causing a flashback or a sustained backfire. It is usually signaled by a popping sound, after which the flame may either extinguish or reignite at the end of the tip. Which, yeah, okay, so when it goes pop, 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 you've seen the little small flame at the end. Like, it's not a flame anymore because, you know, you probably turned off the oxygen or turned off the, well, first thing, you heard but turn off the acetylene or whatever you're using to accelerate the torch, accelerate the fire. So, yeah. So the little small flame, backfire. Bam. All right, so I'm just trying to put some of this terminology so I know when I'm doing my work, this is what I'm doing. This is what this is called. I can just say it. I'm like, oh, that's backfire. So, you know, we're using the terminology as we go. I know we're not using those terminologies when we're working, but we can definitely use them to make sure we pass this test, though. We can go back to the other stuff that we was doing, what we were saying, or whatever we were saying before when somebody says it. We can go back to that stuff, but for now, hey, it's all about the CWI. All right, so we've heard of back gouging, backhand welding, backing bead, back filler metal, back filler metal. You know, I'll be seeing this on some of the. Nah, I don't think that's it. Let's read what back filler. Also, back filler metal is a non-standard term, so it's not going to be in bold. It says back filler metal, a non-standard term for consumable insert. So I guess that means when you're welding something and you got something to fill in the gap, it's back filler metal. Backing gas, backing ring, backing shoe. Never heard of that one. Backing weld pass, back step sequence, back up. Okay. Backup electrode. Never heard of that one. So backup electrode. An electrode having a large electrode face opposing the welding force. I guess you're making both welds at the same time. I don't know. I've never seen it done, so we'll have to look it up and see what that's about. Balling up, bare electrode, bare metal arc welding. Let's see what that is. Bare metal arc welding. BMAW. An arc welding process using an arc between a bare metal or lightly coated electrode and the weld pool. The process is used without shielding, without the application of pressure, and filler metal is obtained from the electrode. This is an obsolete or seldom used process. Okay. All right. So it's saying that it's not something that everybody's going to see on a regular basis. So maybe something that may be there, maybe on the test, maybe not. So there is one that may be on the test. Let's go with brazing. A group of joining processes producing the bonding of material by heating them to the brazing temperature. In the presence of a brazing filler metal, having a liquid above 450 degrees Celsius, 840 Fahrenheit, and below the solidus of the base metal. The brazing filler metal is distributed and retained between the closely fitted fan surfaces of the joint by capillary action. See figures A1, A3, and A6. So let's see if we can get those. I'm gonna put those up. So we're gonna see A1, we'll see A2, and we'll see A6 figures for brazing. All right, brazing is everything above 450 degrees Celsius, 840 Fahrenheit. So remember, 840 is brazing temperature. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I have some more on here that we know we're probably going to see. Butt joint. Everybody here is butt joint. Butt joint. But all right, let's not be kids right now. All right. Joint type in which the butting ends of one or more workpieces are aligned in approximately the same plane. Let's go. Let's hear that one more time. A butt joint. A butt joint. A joint type in which the butting ends of one or more workpieces are aligned in approximately the same plane. Bam, bam. Let's go. Okay, but it also says there's a lot of figures that shows butt joints, in which we know there's a lot of different type of butt joints. It says figures B1, B2, B3, B10, B.51, B.51, and also see skewed joint. I'm not going into skewed joint because that's in the S's. We are way far away from the S's right now. We in B. B is the one that we in right now. So another one. We did this a lot when we was doing stainless steel that was probably going underwater or something. You're going to do a lot of buttering. Buttering, yes. It's almost like how people practice. You know how people put single passes, they just kind of make single passes over just a flat piece of plate. Really what they'll be doing, that's like buttering. Buttering is like putting another piece of metal on top of a metal. It's almost like how you would say that we was buttering a flat piece of carbon steel. Well, we would put 309 over top of it just to continue to keep buttering because we want it to be rust proof. Not really rust proof, but better resistance against rust. So we would just put the 309 over top of it, boom, 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 all the way through it until we covered up the places that we feel was going to be open to water of some sort or the elements that will make it rust. I'm not saying that we used 309 because we did not use 309. I'm just saying what buttering will look like, because 309 is really just trying to combine the carbon steel to stainless steel. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that we're putting, so you would put almost, literally buttering, we would just put almost regular 316, 308 right over top of a base metal, which is saying, all right, we're going to put 309 over top. We're going to put 309 over top of carbon steel. Just to help with rust. All right, so buttering is a surface variation surfacing metal on one or more surfaces to provide metallurgically compatible weld metal for the subsequent completion of the weld. It says also build up, cladding, and hard surfacing. So build up is one of them, and build up is right here in the B's. We're gonna go to build up just to see get a better perspective of what buttering really is, because I know a lot of you probably done it. Y'all don't even know that that's what that's called. Because it could be on the test. It's one of them ones that, hey, what's buttering? I'm like, putting butter on toast, making it soft, but really in our case, it's making it harder. Okay, so build up. A surfacing variation in which surfacing material is deposited to achieve the required dimensions. See also buttering, cladding, and hard surfacing. So cladding is one of the ones we're gonna get to. C's is next. So right now we just did B's, and we did a few other terminologies just in B. Let's see if we can find a couple more B's that we may see on this test. Bend test. Okay. All right. That's one that I know that we may see. Bend test. Okay, bend test. A test in which a specimen is bent to a specified bend radius. All right, we all know what that means. We do a bend test. It says see also face bend test, root bend test, and side bend test, which we all know that those are all different ways, destructive testing that they would do when you do some type of weld test to see if it has any discontinuities, if it has any defects, if it has any cracking. That's what they do. They want to make sure that if we put it under stress, will it be able to hold this type of pressure? And you know those things when they boom and they pop and they fall to the bottom and it ain't broken, you're like, thank you. But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out where's backhand welding. The weld towards the weld gun is directed in the opposite to the progress of the weld. Okay, bevel radius. You got blanket brazing, blind joint, block brazing. You got we did backfire, backing gas, which we know that's used when we do gas tungsten arc welding. Yeah. Backup electrode, backing shoe. Okay, braze the joint, brazement, brazier. A lot of brazing. Boxing, which we know okay, that's a weld technique. It's called boxing. A bond produced as a result of heat. Oh no, that's not boxing. Okay, box. I was reading braze when I said it. Boxing, the continuation of a filler weld around a corner of a member as an extension of the principal weld, which is you're wrapping it. You don't stop at the corner of, which you all should know this. We don't stop at the corner at the end of the weld. If you got, swing it around just so that corner won't be the place where it's leaking at. We don't want to put stops and starts at the end, at the corners of the weld, at the corners of the material or whatever we got going on. Wrap it a little bit, unless, don't get me wrong, unless it doesn't say it on the print. But if it's all around, you want to swing it around that edge, swing it around that corner. Just a little bit, half inch, swing it around the corner, and then tie in after that. No reason for your stress points to be where the stress is already located at. That's a good one. All right, block sequence. Another one is bond coat, bond line, bond specimen, bond strength, bonded flux. Bevel face, beam divergence, bevel angle, bevel edge shape. So there's a lot of different bevel radius, bevel groove weld, bit. Yeah, that's a good one that we all know that I've heard a bunch. A bit, part of the soldering iron, usually made of copper, provided to directly transfer heat. Sometimes soldering filler metal to the joint. Hey, all right, that's a bit. Let's keep going. I'm gonna switch back. Let's go back over here to the little bit down the lines of. Oh, here goes one. Bang, good one. It says burn through. Yeah, burn through. We all know what this is. Burn through is actually a standard term. It says a hole or depression in the root bead of a single groove weld due to excessive penetration. You got burned through, man. You got burned through. Come on, bro. That keyhole is huge. Burn through. Okay. Burn through a hole or depression in the root bead of a single groove with a single groove weld due to excessive penetration. You're too hot, brother. You're too hot. Too hot on the roof. Come on now. You should know this. Anyway, but everybody likes to try to put it as hot as possible. Sometimes I'm like, it's just too much, man. Sometimes you mess it up by doing that. Another one. Let's go. I think it might be button. I never heard of button. Let's do this one. This is the last one. We're gonna get this in though. So button. Part of a weld including all or part of the nugget. Torn out of the destructive testing object, seam, or spot weld. I never seen it. I'm gonna read button one more time. Button. B-U-T-T-O-N. Yes, button. Like the button on your shirt. Button. Part of a weld, including all or part of the nugget. Torn out of the destructive testing of projection. Seam or spot weld. I guess these are little circles. Maybe they stamped your stuff and got the little piece out just to see if it was tied in. I don't know. That's something I've never seen before. So with that being said, we went through the B's today in our book, which is Standard Welding Terms and Definitions, including terms for adhesive bonding, brazing, soldering, thermal cutting, and thermal spraying. AWS, these are one of the books you're going to get for CWI. This is the long haul. We're in it to win it. So don't forget to continue to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget, we're going to go through this whole book. I'm going to try not to make it long and excessive, but this is the type of rigorous studying we got to continue to keep doing. So get the book. Go over it with me. How about that? Let's find a way to study together. At the end of the day, we're going to see this book. You might as well just get it and find somebody and watch these videos and go over it with me. Why not? Like I said, it's be the man who you're with right now. Don't worry about the rest of the stuff. Let's go get it.